And welcome to the Arab World Institute. It's a real pleasure to welcome you to these business and economic meetings. It's a tradition for our institute to organize these meetings in parallel to our major exhibitions. And this time it's about the role of women in business, how they can give a dynamic, be leaders everywhere in the world, how they can bring to business even more strengths and imagination. So welcome to everyone, to all the participants of this economic and business meeting. Thank you to all sponsors. And of course, you are many today joining us. It's a real pleasure to see how many people are interested. So in parallel to this meeting, we have a major exhibition, Arab World Divas, Dalida, Warda, and many others. And in this exhibition, we are telling a story, the story of divas in the Arab world, women who fought for emancipation, and they became icons in the society. And as icons of the music, of cinema, of society, they still are here. What we are, and that's absolutely normal. So this is a very important topic for us. And we are going to actually cover different aspects in the exhibition, including the political aspect, including all the different aspects. Thank you very much for your attention, and I wish you a very fruitful meeting. So thank you to Aparia, thank you for all the companies sponsoring this event and all the participants. I wish you a wonderful meeting. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm very happy here to be able to open this day with Jacques Lang and Elisabeth Moreno. As you know, the president made gender equality a major topic for his presidency. Since he's been elected in 2017, he's promoting gender equality, but this gender equality must be worldwide, as the economy cannot spare itself from 50% of talents. And I can see it myself as I am the Deputy Minister for Industry. I can see that there's not a sufficient number of women. Women only represent 30% of employees, and this is a rate that hasn't changed for 20 years. That means that there's twice more men than women in the industry. Women do not all have enough leadership roles. They represent less than 20% of board of directors in France, and then still far from having leadership positions in research and development. That means there is 4 times more men than women at leadership positions. Therefore, still in France, women are paid 10% less than men. So women actually make less than men. So it is proved, however, that having a better gender balance board of directors usually means that the performance will be actually much better than compared with teams only led by men. We also know that at the government level, having a better integration of women in business, that means including, of course, well-being, health, but also development of the growth international products. Therefore, I think we're sharing these same challenges and opportunities when I look at your agenda today. And I'm just going to mention here some actions. In March 2019, I created a council for gender equality in business. This is totally related to our industrial strategy, including leaders that contribute to define these industrial strategies as leaders of professional organizations, unions, or companies. The objective of this council is to define and implement an action plan to include women in the industry to facilitate access to leadership and also operational and research and development functions. So you have three areas: education, orientation, and professional evolution. For education, we also created a charter for a gender equality for choice. So, we realize that stereotypes are built very early on, and that has an impact on the career development of girls later on. So it's important for young girls to understand that they can work, in chemistry, in the aerospace, in any area, and that will make it then possible to grow. And it's the same actually for, for boys too. We also want to include leadership roles in engineer schools. So they will need to develop campaigns raising awareness. So here again in high school, girls can project their career in these areas, engineering and industry. With Elisabeth Moreno, we also published a guide for good practices for gender equality in business. 30 good practices are included around three areas: attracting women in companies, retain this talent, and also the evolution of women in companies. It will be, of course, developed for all the industry. We also going to collect good practices from the international level, and this will be also published in English. We also want to give concrete examples. I want to show you some role models, because it's very important here to promote women. And we actually created a group gathering almost 2,000 women in the industry, coming from all the sectors of the industry, and they will be ambassadors of their position. They are involved in mentoring activities, and they also more visible for recruiters. And the Council for Gender Equality in Industry can also issue proposals, such as, for example, the extension of paternity leave, or including quotas when it comes to the involvement of women. And actually, we acted upon these suggestions as we extended paternity leave, and we're also discussing quotas. On this last point, I'd like to also share my opinion. I do not like quotas, but I do like the impact they have. And if we need to do so to include and to modernize and include more women in business, then we will do it. As the Minister of Industry, I'd like to support all the initiatives that will enable women to be emancipated. And I do believe that business needs women, and women need to contribute as much as men. And I believe that the financial and economic autonomy of women is very important. I think this is essential. Thank you very much for being so involved. And I'd like also to underline the quality of the agenda, the quality of the speakers today. And I hope to see you very soon. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. It's a real pleasure here to meet today, even if this is digital, for the economic and business meeting of the Arab World Institute on Leadership and Empowerment for Women. Since 2014, the Arab World Institute has been organizing this meeting. The purpose is to gather here leaderships, institutional leaderships, company leaders, political leaders, experts, to really share their knowledge on the different and current topics. So today, we decided to gather here people coming from Maghreb, from Levant, from the Gulf, and from France in order to exchange, to discuss, and to share their opinions. These meetings are really a bridge between the economy and culture. And it is a link which is essential for the Arab World Institute. As for us, all these debates are very important in society. The role of women, of leadership for women in business is essential too. So the Arab World Institute will also welcome you very soon for our next exhibition of the divas from the Arab world. So today we will have speakers who will take the floor. We will start in a few minutes, and they're going to share their experience, and they will explain their strategy to develop leadership and empowerment for women. We're going to talk about promotion of women in business. This is essential in our societies when it comes to economic development, to well-being, international founders, but also the World Bank know how to evaluate here this gender gap. Different topics will be covered, from gender equality, access to the labor market, the challenges, in order to assess and to be able here to develop further with actions what are the elements that need to be promoted to promote again this access. To all these questions, we will have different initiatives, actions that will be discussed, and I'm sure you'll be fascinated to listen to those. You'll have different organizations, institutions, public and private. We will also talk about gender budgeting to integrate gender in the policies at government level for allocation of public funds. We have 30 speakers today. They will share their opinions through 5 rounds tables, 4 keynote speakers, and I'd like to thank everyone. Thank you for being here, and thank you for participating today. So indeed, we had to adapt to the situation today, and I would like to thank once again all our partners here supporting this event: Fondation Total, the Région Île-de-France, NG, EI Technologie, the L'Oréal Foundation, OCP, Deloitte, and our media partners, Alternatives Économiques, France Média Monde, Jeune Afrique, TV5 Monde. And also a few words to thank our team which organized this event. Thank you Adèle Paria, Camille Elberg, Claire Duval, Pauline Bonneville, et Pauline de Gombert. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.